What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Mike Ryder, Mr. Accountability, the man behind the microphone. You are tuned in to a special edition of Mike Ryder Talks. Tonight, we celebrating the life of DMX. We celebrating the life of Earl Simmons, the dog man. My man was born December 18, 1970. He left here April the 9th, 2021. And you know what? We about to get into it. Without further ado, let me run this intro. Let's get this show started. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Mike Ryder. You know what time it is. Like I said, this is a special edition of Mike Ryder Talks. We're about to celebrate the life of DMX. I want y'all to come in here and get comfortable. I want all y'all to participate with me tonight. We're about to have a great show. It ain't gonna be too down. It ain't gonna be too out. However, I want to start it off with this. Matter of fact, just to show some respect to my man, to a legend, let's give this man a moment of silence. All right, now let's get to it. DMX, y'all already know, Dog Man X, Earl Simmons, born December the 18th, 1970, left here April the 9th, 2021. My man was a classic artist, a legend, rapper, actor. He done published a book. He done had a show, got a ton of kids. I think he has like 14, 15 kids. Matter of fact, he has 14 children. You may not know he was the first artist on the Billboard Top 200 to do 5-time #1 back to back. He was the first artist to do that. 5-time back to back. My man had some fire classic albums. It's dark, hell is hot. You know, albums like that. We're gonna make that a little bigger. Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. That's one of my favorites there. Then that was X. My man done been in some fire movies. Romeo Must Die. Let's get it. Exit Wound. Let's get it. Cradle to the Grave. Belly. Certified classic. Belly. That's a classic. If you ain't seen Belly, boy, you missing out. One of the best to ever do it. Like I said, rapper, actor, father, has a autobiography published. Come on, man. Had a show. I think his show only ran like one season, but you know how DMX give it up. This man right here is a legend. And tonight we showing respect to this man. We're paying our respects to this young man. He left here kind of early. He's gone, but he's never forgotten. So you know what? Let's get into the first thing. I want to ask y'all out there. Y'all come in, get comfortable. I want to ask y'all this. What is your favorite DMX album? What is your favorite DMX album? My man got Yield the Dog again. He was on the compilation album, that Ride or Die Volume 1. When you think of the Rough Riders, the first thing that come to mind usually is DMX. Like myself, when I think of Rough Riders, it's DMX. And then there was X. My man had 2 platinum albums in 1 year. 2 of them things, dude. Let me know in the comments. If you out there, you watching this, let me know in the comments. What is your favorite DMX album? I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It's too hard for me to pick. It's too hard for me to pick. If I had to pick one just off the top of my head, man, it's dark and hell is hot. I might have to go with that. Yield the Dog again was fire. but I think I want to do It's Dark and Hell is Hot. That is one of the first albums that I bought as a child. I'm 32. As a child, that was one of the first. Let's get it. My boy say It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Most definitely. Let's go, Benjamin. Shout out Benjamin Reed, man. Rhonda, Flesh of My Flesh. Let's get it. These are classics. Listen, this man has classic albums that aged pretty well. My man say any of the first three. What's up, Brian Atterbury, man? How you doing tonight, bro? How you doing tonight? DMX, one of the, and you know what? I'm gonna get off topic just for a second. Let me move this. He's one of the only people who rocked Woodstock the way that he did. Woodstock 1999, that man had the whole world rocking. Them folks had mosh pits. Man, they were crowd surfing and everything. This man had Woodstock going. I'm going to get that off of him. I'm going to get back to the topic at hand, though. Let's get back to it, man. Favorite DMX album. Brian said, I'm good. Just Still Mourning. Yeah. Listen, it hit us out the blue. The Delta DMX, man, it hit us out the blue. You know, I watched the interview with him. First, let me say this. He's one of the people that if an interview with him pops up, I'm watching it. It's only a few of them. Master P, DMX, Snoop Dogg, and it's a couple more. But those are my main ones. I can do that for the game too. No matter how you feel about the game, I can do that for him. But DMX, he popped up with an interview, I want to say around November on the People's Party. That's on Up Rocks Network. It was on YouTube. And he got into the whole spiel of how he first got introduced to crack. He got into that whole spiel. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this off the screen. I don't want no misunderstandings here. I want to get into this real quick because I kind of jumped. He got into the spiel of how he first got introduced with crack. Somebody who he trusted, somebody who was his OG, introduced him to crack. DMX wasn't even smoking. DMX didn't do drugs. 14 years old. He was out living a life that he shouldn't have been living. And a guy who he looked up to betrayed him. Like I said, that right there was horrible. You know what I'm saying? I really hated that. Legendary performance. Yeah. That performance was legendary. Let's see what let me get back to that. I hated that he was betrayed. I really do. It seemed like he didn't have a chance at life. You know what I'm saying? Going through the things like that, things like he dealt with his mom, his mom's boyfriends or whatever, you know, they would beat him. I read stories that she knocked his teeth out. Yeah. You're right. Gave him weed and laced with crack. Didn't even smoke. His first time smoking, you're smoking with a guy who laced your blunt. So I watched that interview. You know, he goes into his whole life story, and I was just like, man, to see a man who at that time had just turned 50 years old recant the stories. You know, he goes back and go through the stories of his childhood, and he's up there just spinning, and he's like a Ray Charles. He got his shades on. You can see how nervous he was. He seemed like he might have been just under so much pressure, but you can see the weight lift off of his shoulders in that interview. So we fast forward 5-6 months later, 2 weekends ago, the news breaks that he overdosed. I'm like, dang, man, come on, dude. Come on, man. This man done been through so much. You overdose. And then a week later, that Friday, you get the rumors that come out that he was dead. Rumors came out that he was dead. And the lawyer and, you know, the representative for the family, they were like, nah, he's not dead. You know, those are just rumors. But then that Saturday, the very next day, he's out of there. The very next day, he's gone. He finally, you know, left Earth. Rest in peace. He's here no more. Like I said, a guy like that, he never had a chance. He never had a chance. And see, right now I'm kind of all over the place. I just thinking about it, man. I went from albums to this. I was supposed to start it with that, but then my mind went somewhere else. Y'all forgive me. But a guy like that, he never had a chance. He never had a fair chance at life. I was talking to one of my friends the other day about his life. And like I said, man, growing up, his mom beating him, her boyfriends beating him. He got introduced to crack early. You have to sleep on the floor. He's sleeping with the roaches and the rats. Literally, most people talk about living with roaches and stuff. He's sleeping on the floor with them. Don't have a bed. They used to lock him in his room. They wouldn't let him come out unless he used the bathroom. Like I said, I think his mom knocked his teeth out. That's traumatic. You think someone lived through something like that, man, how it will affect their life. You see how his life turned out. And even with those trials and tribulations, he still went on to be a star. That man put out some of the best music. He was in some of the best movies. Like I said, had a TV show, dedicated father, autobiography, so much. He even was in a video game. I don't know if y'all know about that Def Jam Vendetta. If you're a video game player, you know about that Def Jam Vendetta. My man DMX was in Def Jam Vendetta. Let me see. Rhonda said never had a chance. He had a hard life. That's a fact. Had a very hard life. My sister, man, happy birthday again. She the only cat I know with 2 birthdays, the 12th and the 13th. She said, Mike, I feel like he made the most out of the hand that was dealt to him. And he was honest with us about all of his struggles. I feel like that is what drew so many of us to him. Yes, yes, yes. That man was so transparent. He was so honest, even with his religion, his beliefs. You ever see DMX? He's praying. If you watch the interviews, he's praying in the interviews. I seen him perform on stage. He's praying on stage in front of millions. You know what I'm saying? He wears his heart on his sleeve in every shape, form, or fashion. He will let you know what's going on. Very transparent dude. My man Brian said that game was a classic. Yes, it was a classic. Part 1 and part 2. Part 3 kind of fell off, but part 1 and part 2 was fire. That man had so much, man. And he was for other people. He wasn't just for himself. He lived for others. Very caring guy. Rhonda said he lost himself in his music and gave his music his all. You don't know too many people put out 2 albums in 1 year. I want to say a 9-month span, if I'm not mistaken. They're just off the top of the head. I could be wrong. 9-month span, 2 albums. I think both of them went platinum. Fire. You, man. Nah, Vendetta, he said, I never played the first, but Vendetta was my joint. That's the first one. No. Vendetta was the second one. No, Vendetta was the first one. Fight for New York was the second one, if I'm not mistaken, because he didn't come back to the second one. He said, you're right, March or April and December. Yeah, 2 albums, man. 1 year. 1 year. I'm going to get back to the topics, though, because like I said, I was supposed to open with that little dialogue or whatever, man. My mind just all over the place with him. Let me ask y'all this. What's y'all favorite DMX song? I'm going to be honest with y'all. My favorite is Slipping. My favorite DMX album song is Slipping. That's my very favorite. It says so much. If you go listen to that first verse, he talked a lot about what he was going through. Now, as a child, listening to this, I'm like, dang, he ripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he just rapping like any other rapper, not knowing this is actually what he's going through. My favorite DMX song is Slipping. If you would, in the comments, man, drop your favorite DMX song, man. Hit me with them. We're going through them. My favorite is Slipping. Party Up might be my second favorite. Rough Riders Anthem might be my third. My man Brian, he said, don't have a favorite, depends on where I am mentally. He has a song for everything. Yes, no matter what mood you're in, DMX has a song for everything. He embodied that 90s, early 2000 artist where they made a long range of a large range of music where they can touch on any topic. They're giving you their real life. It's heartfelt music. But what Benjamin say, Lord, give me a sign. Ooh, I forgot about that one. I forgot about that one. Bro, I was just listening to that. I want to say the day that he died. I went back, I just put my Spotify on DMX. I just listened to everything. And I just thought about that song. Like that song hit so hard. My man say, no sunshine, let's get it. Benjamin, no sunshine, let's go, boy. My sister say my favorite is Slipping. Got me through a lot of dark days. Um, oh, Josie's ex is gonna give it to you. Yeah, yeah. Rhonda said, I love all his songs, no particular favorite. Listen, fire artist. He's a fire artist, man. Man, so many albums, so many songs from compilations to features on other. Listen, he put Yonkers on the map. He's one of the artists, not by himself. Don't get it twisted. He's one of the artists to put Yonkers on the map. I kid you not. Him, Jada kissing them. What's her name? Hey, Mary J from Yonkers. Them cats put that on the map, man. They put Yonkers on the map. YO. They put it on the map. That man has so many songs. Like I said, compilation albums. He got songs on there. Features. He's featured on a lot of different songs. Not to mention, when he first came out, him, Jay-Z, and Ja Rule was in a group together. They were in Murder Inc. It was a group called Murder Inc. before the label. That's what the label spawned off of. They were in a group called Murder Inc. But they had some internal issues. It kind of fell apart. Now, on top of that, long list of albums. This man had, man, white people, black people, Mexican, everyone loved DMX. He was so kind-hearted, so open, just a real dude. She said he's a cautionary tale of what happens when there are people in your corner that are not for you. Yes, like I said, going back to that story, there's no reason that a person you look up to should lace your blunt. If you're smoking, and he didn't even smoke, there's no reason that someone you look up to who's supposed to be taking care of you, your OG, your big brother, your guy, whatever he is to you, there's no reason why he should be lacing your blunt. And that man did him like that. There's no reason why your mom should be jumping on you. She did him like that. Her boyfriends, all the different boyfriends beating him. Nobody should have treated him like that. Let me get to this comment real quick. He said, DMX is the artist that really introduced me to rap. I've learned to listen to music and not just hear it, thanks to him. You know what, Gerard? His album is one of the first albums I was ever able to buy as a child. I don't know if y'all remember, we had a store in the mall called FYE, For Your Entertainment. Now, they were strict depending on who was working there. So you had to have a parent buy the music for you or have a guardian with you when you bought it, if it was like parental advisory. However, I used to go to the mall by myself as a child, and sometimes, most of the time, they wouldn't let me buy. And one day, I wanted to get this DMX album. They let me buy it. I ain't have my mama with me or nothing. My mom wasn't gonna buy it. My mom was Christian. She didn't listen to that type of stuff. She didn't want me listening to that type of stuff. Man, they let me buy that album. They let me buy that album. Hey, and that's when I just fell in love with his music. I never forget. And that might be why he, just like you, Gerard, that might be why I listen to music so deeply and I don't just let it play and just, I actually listen to what's going on in them, because he had a lot going on, from the beats to the lyrics. Because his style wasn't just a New York style. We're from the South. His style wasn't just a New York style. It was so universal. He actually sounded like he could be a Southern cat. You know what I'm saying? It was so heartfelt. It was so, it wasn't, New York style had a certain style. To me, his wasn't just that New York based style, man. It was so universal. But like I say, he had so much going on in it. The storytelling, the beats, how they hit, the hooks, the simplicity, the complexes, you know what I'm saying? It had everything in it, everything you could ask for. My man Gerard came back. He said, Slipping, Missing You, so many more that truly affected me. Brian, he said, my favorite Earl song is Angel. My favorite DMX song is What's My Name. I still get chills when the bells hit. Facts. My go-tos are Angel, Thank You featuring Patti LaBelle, and No Love for Me. He also said, as dark as he could get, he's also the one to get you the closest to God. That man did not hide or run from what he believed in. He did not hide or run from his religion, from his beliefs. He was so transparent. So transparent, man. So transparent. Look, I'm going to ask y'all something else. What's y'all favorite DMX movie? Y'all already know, man. He has movies like Cradle to the Grave. Let me go on and make that a little bigger. You got movies like Cradle to the Grave. You got Exit Wounds. Romeo Must Die. That classic Belly. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Belly is my favorite DMX movie. It just is. It's a classic, hands down. It's a classic, hands down. My sister say Belly. My boy say Exit Wounds. My man say Exit Wounds. Hey, Gerard say Belly. Shout out Gerard, man. Shout out Gerard and what he doing over there. My man say Belly as well. That is a certified classic. And then they come out with Belly 2 and messed it up. Come on, man. I know that pissed him off. Man, come on. They shouldn't even touch that movie. That movie should have been left alone. Rhonda said, Belly is a classic. I love it. Shout out to Rhonda too, man. Listen, I'm smiling just thinking about it. Now I was a little down, but I might have to go watch a little something. Shout out to the YouTubers as well. My man Savage in the building. My boy Dre in the building. Yo, what's good, y'all? Come on, you see it on the screen, man. Favorite DMX movie. What y'all got? What y'all got? Like I said, he got Cradle to the Grave. He got Exit Wounds. He got Romeo Must Die. You got Belly. He got some more, but those are just the ones I had to get my certain pics of the pictures or whatever. Those are fire movies. Let me know which one is your favorite. Shoot, if you can't pick, that's cool. If you want to drop multiple ones, that's cool. We remembering DMX tonight, man. It's us. I ain't got no guest over there, nothing like that. I ain't doing none of that. None of that. It's just me. It's y'all. We talking about him, man. We're remembering a genius. This man was troubled. This man was a genius. This man was a father, artist, rapper, actor, autobiography, TV show, video game. You name it, he did it. You name it, he did it. But right now, I want to ask y'all, what is your favorite DMX movie? Savage, if you still there, man, drop it. Savage, if you still there, let me know what you got. Like I said, my favorite is Belly. And like I said before y'all came in, I might go watch that. I might watch that tonight. I ain't got nothing to watch. I don't think it's a new episode of Blacklist up. I might go watch that Belly. Go wind down with some Belly, man. Let me get into this. Let me ask y'all a question. Because, grieving, we all grieve. We all lose people. A lot of people say that DMX was a legend. They looked up to him or whatever. If you ever had the chance to meet him, what would you say to him? Is there any inspirational quote you would say to him? Is there anything on your mind that you would want to get off to him? Is there anything you want to ask him? Let me know. If you were to meet Dog Man X, Earl Simmons, the late, great DMX, is there anything you would say to him? I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, I would tell him, man, I look up to you. You inspired me. You inspired me to rap. You inspired me to do poetry. You inspired me to voice out how I feel about my beliefs. If y'all notice, I'm very big on prayer. Shoot, I prayed this morning in the group. I've done it online for years. Even before his death, I've done it online for years where I just drop a prayer. Whether I type it out, drop the audio, drop a video, whatever I would do, I'm big on prayer. I'm big on my belief. And he's one of the people who led me to that. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the people that opened the door for that. Like I said, I would tell him, look, I look up to you. You inspired me in so many ways. I would actually probably apologize to him and say, you know what, I'm sorry because the people around you didn't appreciate you the way that you should have been appreciated. The people around you didn't love you the way that you should have been loved. They didn't treat you the way that you should have been treated. I probably would have a serious talk with him and ask him, you know what I'm saying? Let me pick your brain, man. What made you do such and such? Matter of fact, I probably wouldn't even bother him on that level. I just probably just want to express myself to him, get that out the way, get that off my chest, get that off my mind, and let that man rock on. You know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't even try to hold him long. Rhonda, she said, you are an inspiration to us all. You are a musical genius. That's a fact. If you meet him, if there's something you would say to him once you meet him, man, get it off your chest. That's what we're here for. We're trying to remember a legend or remember the late great DMX. My man had different flows. He had different styles, different cadences. That voice, that scratchy voice, you would never forget that. My boy Gerard, he said, I would say thank you. The song Slipping truly allowed me to embrace my own background of childhood mischief and fatherly abandonment. I appreciate your prayers and transparency. Facts. There we go. There we go. Come on in here. We're looking for transparency. Be honest. Put it out there on the line. That's what we're here for. This is therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? If there's anything you would say to DMX if you were to meet him, if you had the chance to meet him before he left this earth, is there anything that you would say to him? Get it off your mind. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. My man was well versed. My man was well versed. You know what I'm saying? From early 20s to his 50s, he made 50 years old. He beat the statistics. He beat the odds. Like I said, to go through so much trials and tribulations and still become a star, still become a household name for the right reasons. Still to be a legend, not only just in music, but just in life. Just in life, man. To go through what he went through and still end up in that position. Come on, man. Strong man. That's a strong man. My man Brian said I'd hug him. No doubt. Like an embrace. You know what I'm saying? I pray for him as well. Well, I pray for him as I know he'd pray for me. Tell him I loved him unconditionally. He helped shape me into who I am today. I gave to others the advice he gave me through songs. That's a fact, Brian. Shout out to you for that, man. And this man inspired so many people. And you see it online. You know what I'm saying? They showed the little videos of Swiss Beats when he was remembering DMX. They showed Drag On breaking down crying. I see what Jay-Z's supposed to be doing. I don't know if that's a rumor or not, but he's supposed to be, him and Beyonce supposed to be buying the masters to his music, you know, and giving it to his children. That's huge. Even though they had their problems in the past, even though they didn't see eye to eye, they were label mates at one point. Like I said, they were in the group Murder Inc. Started beefing. They before this whole URL and all that stuff, they had a rap battle. If I'm not mistaken, DMX smoked Jay-Z. It's if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. What I'm saying is not the Bible, but if I'm not mistaken, he smoked Jay-Z. He got the best of him. But I also see where he wanted to battle him on verses. And that, of course, that never happened because DMX went up against Snoop Dogg, which was a fire verses. He said the Cradle to the Grave soundtrack is fire. He said, you're not mistaken. Hey, I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure I was right on that. I wanted to make sure I ain't want to be spewing some old nonsense and then Jay-Z now come for me or whatever, because I ain't ready for that smoke. So yeah, my man smoked Jay-Z, got the best of him. I remember being younger, it was a little video that surfaced of them like doing rap battles. And That feel, that energy that went into it, man. Let me tell you about DMX, man. He had attributes. You know, in battle rap, they give you attributes. You got stage presence, you got performance, um, you got lyrical ability or whatever. You have so much energy. You have crowd control, everything. My man, crowd control was on 100. His stage presence was on 100. His CPR rating, that's his choke per ratio. I ain't never seen him out there choking. He knew his words. He knew the lyrics word for word every time out. When I look at this video, if you can go find this video, DMX Woodstock 1999. This ain't no lip singing. This isn't lip syncing at all. This is him rapping word for word, full of energy. On it. Rock the whole crowd. Ain't no telling how many people's in the audience right there. My man was on it. He will always be a legend, man. Always be a legend. Look, if y'all got anything else y'all want to get off, let's go ahead and get it off. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. Shout out to DMX, man, for giving us such a memorable childhood and adulthood. Shout out to DMX for all the music, for the movies, for the moments. Shout out to him for being who he was as far as an impact to others. Because I know he impacted our lives as we showed tonight, as everyone has showed online between last week and now. He also impacted the people around him, his wife, girlfriend, his fiance, different actors, different singers, everyone who he was around, he impacted them. I just want to shout out to you, DMX, tell you that I love you. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this. It's your boy, Mike Ryder, Mr. Accountability, the man behind the microphone. You know how I do it each and every week. Until we meet again, be blessed. Life is short, y'all. Life is short. We don't know when we can be out of here. It's so much stuff going on, diseases, robbing, killing. It's so much stuff going on. You never know when your time is. You never know when your people will be out of here. Show love to your people, man. Show love to your people. Every day that you have your people, show love to them. Appreciate them. Take accountability of your life. Help them to take accountability for their life. And hopefully that can help us live a little longer. We start doing the right thing. We start showing each other love, man. Stop all the hate, stop all the violence, stop all the nonsense. We get our life in order. We get this city that we live in under control. We get the environment that we're in under control, man. We can all live a better, longer, more peaceful life. You see it at the bottom of your screen like I do each and every week, man. Until we meet again, be blessed. I'm going to go ahead and get my man on the screen one more time, and we're going to pay a little tribute to him. Where is it? I'm out of here, y'all. Until we meet again, y'all, be blessed.